All right, we're on. Hey, and welcome everybody to the Thursday Night GT Series.
GT1 Racing here at NAGP. Your host, Jake Feemster. Jake, how you doing tonight?
Good. We're gonna see some action here, Jack.
Yeah, field's a little smaller tonight. We only got, what have we got, 17 drivers out there, but as we've seen previously this season, competition's going to be tense at beautiful Algarve in Portugal.
So, looks like these guys are all on their first timed lap.
Yeah, no surprise. Could be out there, you know, Taylor, McKinday, Brad Maris all putting in some good practice runs tonight. We got 47 laps here in Portugal, and we got a substitution. Gonna have to keep our eye on that. The runner from down under, Tessa. Aaron Parsons is in driving J-Max Lister tonight.
All right.
And I'd have to take a look. Yes, he is going to be carrying 40 kilos.
Yep, that's his first race ballast there. He'll lose that next week if he races again. So, okay, I thought he was actually taking Greg's seat, but no, Greg is here. And, yeah, Greg's been doing great this season.
Yeah, I was talking to Greg in the pits earlier, and, you know, Johnny Mac, of course, having troubles getting back in time. San Diego, it's hard to get back in time for the race after work.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see J-Mac back. And welcome to Mark DeGraw and Doug Douglas watching tonight. Of course, DeGraw had a great Monday night race.
Yes, you did. At the expense of Parsons by some tiny little itsy-bitsy piece of time.
Yeah, you know, just an FYI, I was hoping to get in on that race on Monday, Jake, but it seems we had some technical difficulties. The car stalled, couldn't get it started back up as the lights came on and had to bail out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was too bad. I was sort of looking forward to running without any weight on last week, but it wasn't meant to be, and probably just as well anyway.
What about Monza then?
Yeah, that's our race for next Monday night is Monza, and you guys will be out there with the probably 0-0 wings flying around there at 180 miles an hour.
That's correct.
I will probably die on that track, so it probably would be safer if I just go fishing and open up a bottle of rum and maybe watch the broadcast.
Well, that's disappointing, Jack. It's a fun track in that car. But it is going to be without Arrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, last week, Estoril, we had Lehman in Jolicoeur, who was gone on a big European vacation for, it looks like the rest of the season, in second, and Jesse Olsen in third tonight. Algarve, like I said, we got 47 laps. Most of the guys are going to two-stop this. Going to be interesting to see how they do it. Split at 16, 15 maybe, or as I heard from the pits, taking a couple of longs and a dash for the cash at the end.
Let's see, is Dan Thorpe in the points lead? Is that right? He's putting down a flyer. Oh, blocks up a little bit.
Well, actually, in the Drivers' Championship, you know, Taylor's out in front. Now, if I've got this right, maybe I'm wrong. Taylor's out in front with 120, Lehman with 111, Maris with 102, McKinney with 96, and Dan Thorpe with 96. But Empire Motorsports, which is Lehman and Thorpe, are at 216 over Taylor and Company at 206.
Yep.
That was a 186 and got to go by 174. Rubber Dog's doing well too at 121. So I mean, you know, there's 3, possibly 4 teams. You never know what can happen here. You know, all it takes is 2 unfortunate incidents on one team, and somebody's going to jump. So it's going to be interesting right to the end.
Yeah.
So out in front tonight in qualifying is M&M, Michael McKinday with 0.8. Matt Taylor in second, but he's got 20K, so McKinday taking advantage. And let's see if, of course, again, you got half dozen drivers within a second of this, so
yeah,
it is just underway here at qualifying. And got to agree with Mark DeGraw on the watching the broadcast. Yes, you know, we've got just beautiful 15 turns in this track, great elevation changes, real technical section in the middle section, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then coming off turn 14, you know, 14 to 15, really got to get the power down and come out of that long straightaway here. Beautiful track. I visited this track a few years ago. And it is just in a beautiful part of the country, and it's a wonderful facility.
it is got a lot of elevation change. You don't see that on the track map.
No, you wouldn't see that on the track map, but lots of ups and downs, and you know, getting the suspension set up properly, you know, because at the top crest of those hills, you know, your car's going to get very light. And I've seen some of the guys, you know, trying to control the braking on those unloaded suspension loads that they're going to experience at the top of those crests. So very interesting here. John Ludden looks like he might squeak out if this last sector is any good for him.
Yeah, trying to get second place here. Yep, hops up to second.
Yeah, nice run by John.
Yeah, good lap. Michael McKinday's about to come around and finish his lap as well.
Yeah, that big, long right-hand sweeper called the Galp, I believe it is. Got to have the power down all the way through that one there.
Oh, and he abandons that one right before the end. Must have not been very good. All right, 15 minutes left for these guys. A 41.7 is the full time. Somebody just started one. Taylor's in traffic. Bjorn Heyman, who had a dramatic exit last week.
Yes. I have never ever watched one of our broadcasts, Jake. Never. I've never watched one of my own broadcasts.
Right.
So I don't know, but I almost peed myself watching Bjorn last week. Going in reverse and then flying this car to another planet.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I don't know if Chris caught it on camera.
He did, yeah.
It was actually, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. As Chris said, I think Bjorn got the dumbass award last week for that move, but I thought it was funny. Al Merriman on a pretty good opening first sector.
Yep.
Got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but a couple of fast guys there. One of them getting out of the way. Larry Ferguson moving out of the way here. Let's see if Al can get around Larry without too much trouble. Larry pulling it over and throwing the chute out. Good on you, Larry. Looked like Larry was on an out lap anyway.
Lots of guys getting really solid sector 1 times here.
A little bit of an improvement, but not enough. Teammate Brad Maris. Yeah, the you know, the middle sector is, you know, pretty technical, eh? You know, all the way through turns, you know, 6 to 13. Lots of, the guys have mentioned, lots of elevation changes and on the gas, off the gas, you know, trying to hit the apexes as clean as you can. So very technical here. And it looks like McKinley and Ludden have set down the gauntlet there.
Yeah. See, Taylor's coming around the final corner. Going to start another attempt to beat that lap time.
Big downhill fast right-hander. And that's almost like one continuous right-hander right through those two corners there. And then into Lagos and up the hill and left-hander over the crest. Bit of a straight section here coming into a turn called Torre Deep, I believe, but I might be wrong in the pronunciation of that.
A little lock up there.
And a little bit of a wobble coming out of that one, trying to get the power down. And this Samsung corner is a real tight corner too. Seen quite a few guys wobble off of that Samsung corner there.
Yeah, he had to collect the back end a little.
Yeah, back up the hill. And into Curva Portime. Down the hill again, back up the hill, left-hander. Pretty much flat out going through this. And then another tight one, turn 13, I believe that is. And this is where they got to get on the power and stay on the power all the way through and into the Galp.
Oh, he had to lift there.
A little bit, yeah.
I bet he's not the only one. Yeah, I bet he's not the only one that has to lift there. Didn't quite improve there, Jack.
No, he didn't.
How about Michael McKinday? I wonder if he will.
Yeah, very important, you know, coming through these last two corners there. I'm surprised guys are, well, McKinley's setting up as wide as he possibly can there. Sort of an early entry into that apex, going to swing him way out wide.
Well, he just went off there, so I don't think this one will count, but even if it had, it was slower than what he already got.
Yeah, I don't think there's any you know, time to be gained by going wide on that last Galp corner there. Boy, he's sure using every bit of the curb, so. Whoa, whoa!
Al and Brad keep getting really good sector 1 times. But
yeah,
then
they've got you know, they've got that that car set up perfectly for that sector 1, but that middle sector is proving to be their nemesis right now. Well, not that bad. I mean, the guys in you know, Maris is in P4, and Big Al's in P5, so a good showing by Gotta Go By so far.
Oh yeah, good sector 2 there by Brad.
Yeah, it looks like he's staying on the throttle here, so he might have an improvement coming. Ho, ho, ho!
There you go.
Boom. Snap.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, he'll be happy with that one, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who won't be happy with that one is Michael McKinday, who just gave up the provisional pole.
Yep, got to make another go at it. He's on the medium tires. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, now that you mention it.
Wonder if he set his other lap on medium.
It looks like Dan Thorpe's on mediums as well.
Okay. Softs must have been getting hot for those guys. I mean, it's
Bjorn's on mediums.
It's a lot of turns per lap, so that makes sense.
Omar Gomez, Sergio Calderon, and Larry Ferguson, all on mediums.
Well, there you go.
I wonder if they're going to run hards during the race.
I don't think that's the thing, Jack. I think the hards are
no, I don't
too
think
low
so
in pace.
either. Although I did. You know, if you're going to do 2 longs, I don't know how hot these tires are going to get. But 2 longs and a splash of gas. But as Brad's mentioned before, you know, switching from 2 different tire compounds in the middle of a race takes a bit of an adjustment, and I know I probably couldn't handle the difference in the drive. I'd be all over the road anyway. But it's probably going to be a medium race here, tire selection wise.
Wow, Michael is caught up in traffic. Well, he's ahead of traffic, so he should be okay.
So, 6 minutes left to go. We got Brad Maris, Michael McKinley, John Ludden, Taylor, Big Al Merriman, Jesse Olson, and Aaron Parsons, top 7 drivers. Cuppet in 8th, Thorpe in 9th, and Ricker in 10th. 10 drivers within a second.
Okay, all right. So McKinday in Sector 1 a little slower than the rest of these guys. That explains the high Sector 1 times we were seeing across the board, kind of. Now, the Brad Sector 1 time is the point of reference. Everybody else is slower. But McKinday just beat Brad, just made up for all the time he was missing in Sector 2. So we'll see what he can do Sector 3 here at the line. And he got it.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, Brad's already out there. He's on the medium tire now. That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe by the end of the, well, he just, I think he's just on an out lap right now.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, because he just had a little bit of a lock up there, so it's not going to. Aaron Parsons on Aaron just pulled the plug. He had a decent first sector going too.
He must have messed up right before you switched to him. Buggy's trying to improve, but struggling, it seems. He can match the 3rd sector time with Michael McKinday, but 2nd sector is the one giving everybody trouble compared to Michael anyway.
Whoa!
Oh, a little bump.
A little bump there. Sergio lost her into that one. And Ludden rolling again, along with Dan Thorpe's taking her out.
I don't think. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but Matt Taylor, normally a pretty consistent guy, going to try to improve here again.
Well, not the worst thing in the world to be starting on the 2nd row.
No, not at all. A big lockup in sector 2.
Well, just as bring me up to speed here. How'd you do last Monday?
I got 6th.
Not a boy.
Yeah.
I know you were flying and qualifying there.
Yeah, I qualified a lot better than I deserved, but that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I qualified with my personal best and ended up last on the grid, so there you go.
There you go.
I even asked my old buddy, the race winner, Mark DeGraw, I said, come on, do me a big favor. Slide me over a setup. I won't share it, and I won't be a competitive threat. And I just want to shout it out there to you, Mark. Thanks for the setup.
Didn't you? Why didn't I give you one, Jack?
I don't know. Why didn't you give me one? Nobody's giving me anything. It's just terrible.
I'll give you one for Monza. I mean, you want to race a Monza?
I'm halfway through qualifying. He says, "Do you need a setup?" I'm like, "Well, okay. I've been practicing all week long. You could have emailed me a setup or something. I'm supposed to be his quasi teammate for a couple of races, but well, I won't slam him. He did he's good fun on the broadcast.
Yeah, that's true.
He sure pints a lot on the broadcast, I'll tell you. His sponsor should actually be paying him for doing that broadcast.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's... nobody's got anything for anybody at this point.
Well, I'm just watching Josh Slade. He's sitting in last. He hasn't put in a timed lap yet, but he is on a timed lap now. And the first sector's not bad.
Dan Thorpe, again, great first sector time. I think that is Thorpe.
Yeah, I think Josh Slade is going to move up quite nicely here. Not quite heavy on the gas coming out of the gallop, but let's see. I'll keep my eye on him. Moves up a couple of spots. Good on you, Josh.
Josh Slade up to 16th. Dan Thorpe is struggling here to improve his qualifying position. Parsons as well could make an improvement.
Thorpe might improve.
Yep, Parsons improves, but not enough for a spot. And Dan improves enough for one spot. He is behind Parsons. It's Cuppet. Cuppet struggled this season.
Well, Taylor and Cuppet, they're in team-wise, they're in second place for the team championship. He is in 8th place for the drivers championship. So as a team, they're doing quite well. It takes two in the team championship, just to keep constantly bringing in the points. No matter where you finish, you got to bring in the points.
Yep. Hop on with Ludden here, who doesn't have any weight. Kende is looking to improve his lap. Brad's done.
Well, Brad's rolling right now. Oh yeah, he's just farting around in the pits.
Yeah, well, the qualifying's over, so Michael McKinday will get another lap in.
Well, Mark DeGraw puts up. He says Chris must have had a good setup. He probably did, Mark. It's just with 10 minutes left to go in qualifying wasn't the time to offer up the setup.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't know. The cottage is beckoning, and the weather here is staying good. I don't know what the weather's like down in your area.
Hot.
But it has been a hot summer up here, and it keeps on going, which is great. So looks like we're pretty much done. McKinday's pulled it into the pits. Maris is just farting around. And that's all she wrote.
Alrighty then. I'm
keeping my eye on this chat room tonight. I'm telling you. old buddy Mark there. I'm glad to see you got a win on Monday night. That was it must be quite thrilling to actually get a win here at NAGP. I don't know what that would feel like, but it would feel like I'd be over the moon if that ever happened to me. And just to let you guys know, there's a seniors league starting up here at NAGP.
Is there?
Yeah. Sorry, Jake. You're probably not going to qualify for it.
That's too bad.
You're too young.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I got socks older than you.
That's true. All right. What you got, Jack?
Oh, I screwed up here.
Oh, did you hit go?
Yeah, I hit.
Why do you told Chris exactly what to do last week? You had it perfect, Jack. And then this week you screw it up. We're not even drinking, Jack.
Oh, you're not drinking.
Oh, fair enough.
You'll have to run them down. I'm stuck here.
Oh, it's okay. I will run them down, even though I've got 3 minutes to go. That's all right. We'll just do it. Michael McKinday first. Brad Mary's second. John Ludden will start third. Al Merriman will start fourth. Matt Taylor with that weight starts fifth. Jesse Olson, same 20 kilograms, starts sixth. And Aaron Parsons with 40 kilograms will start seventh in his first race of the season. His first GT race anyway. Dan Thorpe, eighth. Jonathan Cuppett, ninth. Sean Ricker, 10th. Then we've got Alan Jacobs, 11th. Gregory Myers, 12th. Bjorn Heyman will start 13th. Matt Lehman, 14th. Omar Gomez, 15th. Josh Slade will start 16th. Sergio Calderon will start 17th. And Larry Ferguson will start 18th. And after that, that's it. We got 18 cars driving today.
Yeah, a little light.
A little light. It's that time of the season, and it's the summer.
It is.
So.
It is. It's the summertime. Everybody's outside doing their thing, having fun. The beach and the cottage and boating and fishing. And all sorts of good stuff going on. And, of course, a lot of you younger guys with kids, I mean, you'd be busy with the kiddies. And you guys without kids are probably busy with your sweethearts. So, I mean, it's understandable this time of year we're having a little light entries on both Mondays and Thursday nights. Could still use some drivers. If you know anybody, it's a good time to join up and get ready for next season.
Yeah, it is a good time. Get your get used to it.
Yeah, get a feel for it. Get in. Great bunch of guys here. It's a lot of fun. We've had a few guys move in and move out. But it's a great community we got here at NAGP. Big thanks to Big Al for that. And all the members who make it so much enjoyment for myself. So big thanks to you, Jake. It's been thrilling to be up here with you guys in the booth. I don't know how long I've been up here in the booth. 6 years, 7 years. It's just been incredible.
It's impressive.
I gotta get a life.
That's what being retired was about, Jack.
It is indeed. Retirement is good. It's a good career option, I'm telling you right now. So who's gonna win this one tonight?
Let's root for Al. But
Big Al?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm always rooting for Big Al.
I want Al to win this one.
I can't remember the last time Al won.
You can't say that on the broadcast, Jack. All right, so we're going to disappear. Here we go. All right, everybody's pretty clean off the line.
Yeah, and I'm watching from the back.
Oh, you're getting a little wide back there.
Whoa. Looks like Al Jacobs got knocked around pretty good there.
Whoa.
Oh,
real
man,
busy.
What a mess.
Real busy through there.
And you know, last week, we didn't even talk about it. Last week, there wasn't any penalties at all. I mean, these guys are just looking more of the same. They're starting to get a little strung out now, a little better.
All right.
Still going too wide.
Oh, lockups. Oh, a dive bomb. Oh, big bump. Who's that? Spun around.
Heyman and Calderon.
Wow.
Right across the board. So McKinley and Maris have jumped out in front. But Ludden and Taylor hanging on to the back of the they're still in tight case. It's still a big race. All red right across the board.
Wow.
So, Bjorn Heyman has dropped back to 17th. Sergio Calderon in 18th. But McKinley's out in front. Not by much. Brad's hanging on to the back end of him.
Whoa! Matt Lehman made an attempt there. I think he was on the outside of turn 1 and got punished for it.
And he has turned right around there. Now back in 16th. So McKinley, Merritt, Ludden, Taylor, and Big Al Merriman top 5. Geez, a lot going on here tonight.
There is, yeah, there is.
Whoa, just FYI, Larry Ferguson takes it off track, keep it off the wall. Oh, he does, he keeps it off the wall. But he is going to put himself, well, no, he's actually going to be out ahead of Sergio Calderon. Parsons now all over Jesse Olsen. But all in tight there, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. McKinley out in front trying to stretch that out. He's got a 1.4 second lead right now. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 all in pretty close. And 9, 10, 11, 12 in tight too. Where are you out there?
I am watching the battle for 7th here. And now I'm picking up the, let's pick up the 9, 10, 11, 12 group.
Yeah, we got Ricker, Myers, Josh Sladen, Alan Jacobs, all freight training around. Look at that, the whole top of the board. The top 11 drivers are all in yellow. So,
Parsons.
well-paced.
Parsons finds his way around Olsen on the outside there.
It looked like Parsons might have had a little bit of pace over Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse is 20 kilos on board.
Yeah.
Well, Parsons is at 40.
Yeah.
There goes that theory. So right now, got to go by is looking pretty good with Maris in second, and now Big Al Merriman in fourth. McKinday in first. Brad's going to try to keep him honest, though. That 10, 11, 12 race is still heated. And Matt Taylor is coming under some pressure from Big Al.
Well, Myers able to close the gap a little bit to Michael McKinday. Brad with the fastest lap, last lap. Fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, by 0.3 of a second. So that was a very hot lap by Al. That's
Brad.
not far off quality lap.
Yep.
But we have seen some real hijinks from Brad this season. I mean, he's either been spectacular or spectacular.
Yeah, that's true. But he does better on the races where I broadcast, so we'll just cross our fingers and think good thoughts.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're blaming Moses for Brad's downfall. So a broadcaster's curse.
I'd have to check. I'm not sure because I do watch Brad plenty, so it's not like I'm skipping him. Let's see.
No, and McKinday and Maris have sort of pulled out a bit of a gap, about almost a 4-second gap in front of Taylor and Big Al. So, yeah, well, it's not that big, but it is slowly growing.
Tell you what.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. What happened to Ludden?
That I don't know.
Yeah, he's back in 14th now, and Lehman in
Ludden.
15th.
Okay, yeah, Ludden got turned around early in the race, and I saw it, and you told me it was somebody else, but I think you were looking at a simultaneous incident. Yeah, he got totally spun around. Somebody dive bombed in a lister.
Whoa, Lehman off track. And there's the, as Chris would say, the Golden Shovel Award. Take it easy, Matt. Take it easy. Boy, they got to really be careful when you come back out of that gravel. But Josh Slade giving the gears to Gregory Myers right now.
Greg Myers, not easy to pass.
No, he just drives his line, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he has a rear view mirror in that car. I think he just ripped it right out because he just drives his line, you know. No offense, Greg, but you remind me of a senior citizen driving down the road, not paying attention to anything around you, as if to say, "How the hell with you? You want by? You figure it out. I'm not getting out."
Right. Oh, Josh Slade with the spin. Broadcaster's curse.
Oh, the big 180. And there you go. And Greg's just going, oh, dum-da-dum. There goes that. Pressure's gone.
Yep. If it was there at all.
Mars is chasing Dan Thorpe.
Yep, just picking him up.
And you can, I can smell this going to happen here. He's going to be all over the back of Dan, trying to force a little bit of a mistake. And we've seen the guys sliding around here. It's I would imagine with all these elevation changes, it's going to be pretty easy to overdrive. Boy, he's all up in Dan Thorpe's business right now. Yeah, right. So just a little FYI, it looks like Alan Jacobs is going to try to make inroads on Craig Myers, but as I said, as you said, not an easy guy to get by.
No, not at all.
Big Al closing the gap up here, and Matt Taylor as well. A bit of a bobble from Matt there. Not enough to cause too much of a problem. Ludden having a look at Omar Gomez as well. And John's probably going to want to get by this Corvette as quick as he possibly can.
I'm watching, captivated here by Parsons. But yeah, Ludden got to move his way forward, get some more points.
Well, Dan Thorpe, big lock up. A great place for Parsons to take advantage, though. And another lock up by Dan Thorpe. He's feeling the pressure. Dan's coming under the pressure now. He's under the gun. He can hear the thunder from down under. It would appear Bjorn has parked the car. He is in the chat room. Geez, sorry to see you out, Bjorn. Hang in there. Oh, what do we got? We got guys turned around. Matt Taylor's turned around, which allowed Big Al Merriman now is on the podium. Gotta go by. 2-3. Taylor dropped the 6 with that spin.
Is that self-induced?
Yeah, I think he just came under the pressure. Al was pushing pretty hard, and like I said, I think you know, if you don't have the pace, you might be better off letting the guys go by and just you know, try to hang on to the back of them rather than. Oh, Dan Thorpe loses it, and Parsons gets around. Parsons now in 4th. Thorpe dropping to 6th, and Olsen coming up the hill here at Craig Jones. Try to take advantage, and Dan smokes him again. Oh, whoa, hang on, boys. 8 out of 47. And already these guys are feeling the pressure. So Taylor and Thorpe are having their problems. And McKinday is now widened his gap, just an FYI, out at 2.6 seconds over Brad Mayer. So Michael McKinday having a great drive tonight. Doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of loving on the broadcast, but he's having a great drive.
Yep.
But, just out of the
Jacobs. Can't tell that Lister a little bit down on the straightaway. Alan Jacobs, I was thinking may have it going Greg Myers, but did not.
Well, Greg took the defensive line on that one. Alan looking for a way around here.
So he does have a mirror.
Apparently
He must.
Defending,
yeah.
It sure looks like. Well, again, mind you, I might be wrong. Is the defensive move 1 move and not 2?
What do you mean? I wasn't talking about the rules. He didn't block him.
I'm under the understanding, maybe you guys can chat in here and get back on the chat room. I'm under the understanding that you're allowed to make 1 move, 1 defensive move, and that would be it. If you make 2 moves, it's actually blocking.
Well,
What do I know, though? You know, I'm a color commentator for a reason. So if I'm starting a controversy, that's just absolutely fine.
He didn't move back and forth, did he?
Yeah, he moved out to the middle and then back out to the outside.
Oh, but he one defensive move and then he sets up for the corner.
Okay. Yeah, okay. What do I know?
That's the classic defense.
Olsen. Up to Dan Thorpe. Oh! And now, Myers and Jacobs have now reeled in Sean Ricker. So it's going to get, this will get a lot tighter. And Aaron Parsons is making inroads on catching Big Al Merriman as well, which is quite impressive with Parsons carrying 40 kilos. Alan Jacobs, Greg Myers.
Yeah. Oh. Nope, that was the line.
Yeah, they were both sort of tentative on that last corner, though.
Olsen and Thorpe is still. I'll have to keep an eye on that gap.
So, McKinley, Maris. Yep.
Sorry, Olsen was thinking about a look on the inside. Thorpe had a little lock up there. Oh. Anyway.
Parsons now is caught up to that Big Al Merriman. Out of 47, but in the side or scoop here, I do believe that they're going to go. They got to go by. Guys are going deep, splash for cash. Which we've seen guys do previously this season, so it's not like a big secret weapon anymore.
No, definitely not.
And just a little FYI, it almost looks like Alan Jacobs and Greg Myers have sort of settled down, and I think Alan's just going to hope that Greg makes a mistake, but Greg drives pretty smooth, and his pace is his pace, and it's usually pretty consistent all the way through the race. So,
right,
Alan's going to have to look for a very hot lap, to get around him, although he is lapping better than Greg.
He's pretty well stuck behind there. If he could get quite close for this straight, that would probably be the best chance he's got.
I'm looking at Dan Thorpe and Jesse Olsen, and I've seen Thorpe lock up a couple of times here. Jesse having a look on the inside. Kamikaze.
Oh, not too bad.
Gets it done.
Thorpe saw him there.
Yeah, good on Dan. Gave him room.
Oh no, Dan's really pushing. Oh, really pushing.
Well, Dan's got to push because
Cuppet.
JC, Jonathan Cuppet, is right behind him. And, you know, being one car back, you know, of that last battle, you know, gives you a great view of what's going on up front. You know, so that you can say, you know, you can see where he's maybe losing time or maybe locking him up, and that's where you can try and take advantage. It sure looks like Dan is having all sorts of braking issues tonight, though.
It does. He's locking up a lot, and it's got to be getting worse.
Well, it can't be good on the tires.
Right. Well, I'm not sure it wears the tires, but it does make the flat spot get bigger and bigger, which is just going to make you lock up worse. Parsons is maintaining that gap right now at about a second.
Alan Jacobs is trying to give the business to Myers. So we got McKinday out in front by 4 seconds now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Brad's looking out his windscreen there, that Ferrari's getting smaller and smaller. It probably looks like a Fiat 500 from his vantage point right about now. Bjorn doesn't have any sound or broadcast. Everybody else is just working fine. Yep. Glad to see all you guys out there tonight watching us. Thanks for joining us here. Keep in mind, NAGP is run by donations. So I'm calling on all you drivers and all you members of NAGP. Throw us a couple of bucks. It's middle of the summertime. Drink one less beer and throw us a couple of bucks this month. Or in Chris's case, maybe drink one case less and throw us $10. Jacobs having a look on the inside of Myers going down the hill.
A look, nope. But yeah. Can't beat that consistency from Greg. Oh, and Greg just turned a 44.4. So that's about as quick as Alan Jacobs can go. If Greg can go that fast, then Jacobs doesn't even need to pass it.
No, and
now is Greg going to maintain that? Because Greg likes to one stop, like actually one stop.
No,
save fuel
I talked to Greg in the paddocks, and he said not a hope.
Too many hills.
Not a hope. Yeah, probably
too much elevation. Yep.
Yeah, just too much for him. Can't drive this course in 6th gear all the way around, which he did in one race years ago. Just put it in 6th gear, coasted all the way around. Had a decent race too. Never even made a fuel stop. I think he just didn't drive through the pits just to keep it within the rules. 6, 7, 8. We got Olson, Thorpe, and Cuppet. Michael McKinday up by 5.5 seconds now. And great driving by Al Merriman too. You know, he is Aaron Parsons closed that gap up at one point, but Al's keeping a 2-second gap pretty steady there with between him and Aaron Parsons. So good drive by Al tonight. Although he did say he was feeling pretty good about tonight.
Yeah.
A little bit of action here. Josh Slade going on the inside. Omar Gomez.
Good catch.
Down the straight into Premier.
Got it.
Got it done. Omar locking him up all over the back of Josh. Good on you guys. Ricker out there all by himself right now.
He sure is. Tuppet's going after Dan Thorpe.
Did Jacobs just pit?
Jacobs pitted. Yes.
He just pitted.
Yeah.
You know what? He probably said, enough of chasing this Greg Myers around. I'm going to pit now, get some clean air, and see if I can turn some decent laps.
Yep.
So, Cuppet and Thorpe. And it looks like Dan might have settled that beast down just a little bit. Not smoking him like he was when he was under pressure. And teammate Matt Lehman, of course, having his early first lap troubles, is back in 13th. So Dan Thorpe leading the charge for Empire tonight. So 16. They coming in?
Not yet.
No, McKinley stays out. Insider info, Brad Maris is staying out.
Yeah.
Hey, Parsons has got around Al Merriman, so we missed that.
Oh, we did.
Parsons is around.
Al must have made a mistake because,
made a mistake there.
48.7 last lap. So he had some kind of mistake there, some kind of bobble.
Taylor in the pits.
Okay.
Olsen in the pits.
Okay.
Stays out. Cuppet in the pits. Ricker stays out. Of course, Myers is probably going to stay out till like lap 35 or something. Omar is just coming around, so we'll wait and see. Omar stays out. Josh Slade stays out. Lehman stays out. So, we got some guys coming in lap 16.
Sergio
so
Calderon.
16, 16, 15.
Sergio Pitts. Jacobs. So Taylor is out. And they do come out in clear air except for each other. Matt Taylor will now have to battle Jesse Olsen on cold tires.
Yeah, full fuel, cold tires against a light fuel load of Jesse Olsen. So we'll see how this...
Olsen pitted. Olsen pitted.
Oh, he did as well.
So these guys will be who you're watching for. See where they're going to end up when everybody else pits. Although, as you mentioned, McKinday and Myers were top two, and Merriman, they have not pitted. So he's the guy's favorite to win the race currently. He's the top three.
Yeah, and Parsons is now in the pits.
As is Thorpe. Ricker, though, keeps on going around. He hasn't pitted yet. No, he hasn't. Otherwise, he wouldn't be ahead of his teammate.
So we're going through pit rotation number 1.
Oh,
not all the guys. So you say, oh, what?
Omar Gomez tried to use the alternative pit entry. He struggled, but it's all right. He made it.
So McKinday right now is out in front by almost 7 seconds over Brad Maris.
Parsons is in 8th now, and he's the furthest up who has pitted, if I am counting correctly. I believe I am. So Parsons with Matt Taylor just now catching up to him and getting past him as he's on war. Ooh. Jesse Olsen there, 10th. These guys gonna have a tire advantage while Parsons is on the cold tires. And they get by him. So, wow, good undercut there by both Matt Taylor and Jesse Olsen. Parsons was 3rd in this race and is now behind those two guys at least after the pit cycle.
Yeah, so now, hey, what happened? Brad Maris is in front. What happened here? What happened? McKinney's in the pits.
Yep.
McKinney's in the pits.
Yep.
And Al is staying out. So we know Brad Maris and Al are going to stay out. McKinney's doing his pit stop. He's at 38 seconds right now.
Yep, 38. So short stop for McKinday. And I wonder when we'll see him stop again. It will not be long. Rickards in the pits. So the only 3 who have not pitted, Brad Maris, Al Merriman, and Gregory Myers.
Yeah. And I think they were all sharing sort of pit strategy before the race.
So Lehman, Ricker, and Josh Slade all take their stops. They get passed, of course, by Matt Taylor. Taylor is about 30 seconds behind McKinday.
You are correct. Absolutely correct.
So I wonder what happened.
Good math on you.
Wonder what happened. Well, I guess we'll see when Brad pits, where everybody really is.
Yep. It should become as clear as mud once the pit rotation.
Something must have happened to Parsons because well, not necessarily.
Yeah,
he
had a 2:45 pit time.
Yeah, that's about normal. But then he had a
Olsen's got a 2:33.
Yeah, well, he took a shorter stop.
And
but anyway,
Taylor at 2:32.
Yeah, so did McKinday. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe, you know what? Those guys could only take, 16 laps fuel, 16, 17 laps fuel, so makes sense they would have faster stops, all of them. So I wonder what happened to Parsons. Maybe Parsons didn't take full fuel at the start, and if he didn't, that's a really bad. But you know, it's his first race in this car, so that's one of those. That's one of those things. It's not intuitive, but you got to take full gas in this thing.
Yeah, he's a pretty shifty guy, you know. So one of the long-standing members here at NAGP. If there's anybody who knows the tricks, I think he's one of them. Brad's coming around the final Galp corner, and he's heading into pits.
Yep. Will Al. Yeah. Nope. Yep.
Yep. And here's where McKinday is putting the pedal to the metal. Try to close that up and get out. And McKinday coming around the Galp right now.
Surely he's got him.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything incredible.
Yep. Nope. He's just going to sail right on by. Of course,
Greg Myers hasn't pitted
Greg
yet.
Myers
so.
is still out.
Well, he's only got to get 24 laps.
So, Maris and Merriman. Brad Maris is rolling. But McKinley's way out in front now.
Oh, long stop for Al Merriman. He's behind Taylor. He's behind Olson. And he's going to be behind Parsons.
Yeah, that, well, then again, you know, they're going to have a splash at the end.
Right, shorter stop later.
Yep, that's the thinking there. So, but right now, you know, Brad Maris is 27 seconds behind. So that was like 20 seconds longer. He lost a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Going to be interesting to see, you know, how this all evens out, and it's probably going to even out pretty much where it was before. It'd be interesting. They're going to have to make sure they hit the pit boxes, you know, bang on for this final stop. And again, we're going to be a few laps after this final, after McKinley comes in to figure out what is actually going to transpire here with a long short.
And McKinley's turning the fastest laps of the race right now. So he's gonna have to gonna want to just keep that gap as high as he can, not knowing what everybody else's strategy will be. But he did stop later than most of these cars, so he does have seems to have a similar strategy to Brad now.
And Greg Myers in the pits.
Yep.
Hey, I just saw out there in the chat room, Cup Douglas might race on Monza on Monday.
There you go.
Yeah. Fill out that grid.
That's a fun track.
Myers dropping like a stone in the pond, down to 7th now. He should come out around maybe 10th.
Yep, looks like it. Maybe 11th. Maybe nope, not 12th. 11th. Yep.
Yeah, so Alan Jacobs has gotten by him.
Now Al Merriman is closing the gap to Parsons.
Yeah. Parsons swinging it out wide. Now hanging tight there. Both in the same car though. But 40K on board for Parsons, so that might make a difference. Good run tonight by the Gotta Go By team. So, 23 out of 47. We're right in the middle of the race. And why don't you give us a rundown there, Jakester?
So Michael McKinday is out ahead of the pack by 25, ahead of Brad at least by 25 seconds. We think that's due to pit strategy, so we'll have to see how that plays out after the next round of stops. But after that, Brad Barry's doing really well, hanging on to second place, maintaining his lap times. Matt Taylor did a solid undercut there on the strategy of Al and Brad and made his way past Al as well as Parsons and a few others. Jesse Olson is in 4th place, running a consistent race. Al Merriman is in 5th. Got beat by those guys out of the pits. May get him back later due to a shorter stop. We'll see. Parsons is in 6th, and I think he made a mistake at the start of the race, but that remains to be seen. Cuppet is in 7th position. Sean Ricker is in 8th. Dan Thorpe is in 9th. Those guys all together. Alan Jacobs is in 10th. Maybe that's the next battle we'll watch, Jack. Greg Myers, 11th. Josh Slade is lapping around in 12th place. Omar Gomez in 13th. Matt Lehman, 14th. Sergio Calderon is in 15th place. And Larry Ferguson is in 16th. Everybody gets points today, Jack.
It's a point race tonight. you said, we got a little bit of a battle going on there. Ricker chasing Cuppet. Cupping out wide. Looks like Sean's on the inside. Going to take advantage. And Dan Thorpe is up underneath and going to take... Oh, that's Larry Ferguson they're going around. It's no wonder he swung it out wide.
Yep.
But still, I'm, interested to see, if Dan has got over his brake lockups, or is this going to continue in this stint again?
Yeah, it's a good question. Surely he must have moved the bias back at some point.
Yeah, I believe that's cockpit adjustable during the pit stops, if I'm not mistaken. So he might have made a small adjustment for his second stint.
They can adjust that during the race. And oh, who's that? Looks like Dan Thorpe. A little lock up there. No, that was I don't know who that was. I'm having trouble telling who these guys are by spotting them.
Well, Alan Jacobs has made his way up to 10th, and they're getting pretty spaced out here right now. But Thorpe, Ricker, Jacobs. Well, these guys are working for it tonight with 15 turns in this track here. And yeah, Dan's locking up the right rear again.
Yeah, the rear now. It was the front before, I thought.
Well, yeah, maybe over-adjusted.
Oh, well, those are adjustable. They can adjust that on mid-corner if they want to. So we'll see if he manages to correct that or if he just has to brake more softly. Now, they're all kind of spreading out, Jack.
They are indeed.
Seem to have a lull here mid-race a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's been a common thread this season. First stints are usually pretty competitive, and then the second stint is a bit of a sleeper, and then all of a sudden, after the second pit rotation, all heck breaks loose, and we got a race on again. So just sit back, guys, enjoying the cameras. Sean Ricker locks it up big time as well, too. So, these guys are, you think maybe overdriving a little bit?
Maybe a little bit.
Sure.
Must be. Maybe. Trying to push for pace, trying to close those gaps, and fight for a position somewhere.
Parsons again. Big slide by Parsons now.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave you on this train of cars in the midfield, basically, on wide static cams. I'm going to go get me some water while we got a break here, Jack.
Yeah. Old guy here. Doesn't have to hit the bathroom. So, McKinday up by 26 seconds over Brad Maris. Taylor third, Olsen fourth, Merriman in fifth, Parsons sixth, Cuppet, Rickard, Thorpe, Alan Jacobs in 10, so making it a top 10. Pit stop rotation there, got off around. Gregory Myers, Josh Slade, Omar Gomez. Matt Lehman, first lap problems, hasn't been able to recover. He's already down a lap. Sergio Calderon and Larry Ferguson. So right now in the middle here, Alan Jacobs is trying to catch up to Dan Thorpe and give him a run for his money. Again, we were talking about it, and Dan locking up the tires there. So maybe turn down the brake sensitivity a little bit if that's possible in these cars, and I'm not sure it is.
That I don't think they can do.
Well, maybe in your AC settings, you can definitely adjust that. So,
yep.
If he finds he's locking them up and can't change his pedal weight, you know what I mean? Like the pressure he's putting on it. Maybe try and get to the technical guys and get them to fix that up for him. Because that definitely is costing him some time. That was a quick break. Geez, when Moses goes for a break, it's like, a 20-minute pit stop.
Yeah, that's because Moses has to take a leak, but I only had to fill my cup.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I when I finish my drink, I just wait to the end of the show.
Well,
If I kept going back like Chris Moses was, I'd be falling off the chair at the end of the night.
Yeah, me too.
Where are we on track there?
Still looking around at the midfield, looking for a battle here. There's not one. But they're all driving around on a big line. It's fun. It's a good time.
Parsons, 2 seconds back is Cuppet, 2 seconds back is Ricker, and 3 seconds back is Thorpe, and a second back is Jacobs, and then 4 seconds back is Meyer. So they're still, like I said, this pit rotation could send us up for an interesting third stint.
Well, Cuppet is actually closing that gap to Parsons, so we'll keep an eye on that. That one may heat up in a second. Checking out Jacobs versus Thorpe. Nope, they're about even. That gap's going to stay the same. Thorpe is not catching Ricker. Ricker may be catching Cuppet. But Cuppet more quickly is going to catch Parsons. And in fact, he's already on his tail. So here we got something to watch, Jack.
Yeah, I've been watching, and a big lock up there by Aaron Parsons. A little wobbly, for Aaron, and usually a fairly smooth driver, uses all the track, likes to take late apexes usually, and you see him there using all of the track. I really like the way this guy drives. I can, would love to be able to stay behind this guy one race and just learn his lines. But seems to be struggling a little bit tonight.
Yeah. Well,
first time in the car.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But we know Jonathan would just love to put the move here on Mr. Parsons. And Jonathan having trying to keep it nice and tight in here. Is he in close enough?
Good exit. I don't know.
And he's got a pretty good draft going on there.
Parsons is going to
swinging her out. Down on the inside. Aaron's going to let him take that spot.
He sure is.
Aaron going to come back at him.
Might try.
Well, he should try because he's got Sean Ricker right up behind him now.
Yep, he sure does.
Kick back, get my feet up. So, anybody out there in the chat room, is anybody going to any real races this season? Have you been to any races? What about this later on this summer? Post them up there, let me know where you're going. Try and do a road trip and come down and visit some of you guys. So 6, 7, 8.
Yep, that's where we're at now.
Cuppet, Parsons, Ricker all over the back of Parsons now. And a little lock up there from Ricker as well. Seems to be on the crest of these hills, if these suspensions get unloaded, it might precipitate. And Parsons in the pit.
Okay.
Interesting. A long, short, long. Could that be the Parsons move?
Well, he stopped last time. Wasn't very long. He couldn't have gone. He couldn't go many more laps. In fact, anybody who stopped at the end of lap 16. Well, I guess it depends.
Well, if they stopped at 16, they can go to 32.
Parsons had a long
Yeah,
stop.
29.
Yeah, Parsons had a long stop. So I don't really know, Jack. Maybe he's looking for clear air. Maybe I find it hard to believe he picked up damage somewhere and we didn't see it.
No, I took a spin around his car because I was wondering the same thing, and you know, did a little helicopter around the outside of the car, and I didn't see any visible damage. So
relatively short stop.
yeah.
Maybe he just went until he could take enough fuel to go to the end, and then this is that.
Fuel and tires to the end.
It will put him in relatively clear air. He's behind Omar Gomez, but he should be able to get by him, and then he will be with the. Let's see, the leader is here, and Parsons is there. So yeah, he's going to have clear air ahead of Omar.
Well, he is already down a lap, and he should make that lap back up on the next pit rotation, though.
Right, correct.
So McKinday out in front by 25 seconds. And he stopped on 18. Lap 18 he stopped on. Brad Maris and Al stopped on 20. So if Brad now go to 20 again, they're only going to need 7. What?
Brad with the incredible spin. I don't know what that was.
Whoa! In the dirt. The Golden Shovel Award.
Wow. I picked him. I switched to him, and he was sideways, so I don't know what happened. Looked like the car just got a little light over the hill, but that means that Matt Taylor can see him now.
Yep. He sees him, and you know for the next few corners that Brad's tires are going to be a little sketchy.
Exactly right. Yep.
And, you know, my experience tells me that, you know, you really got to be gingerly coming off of that grass or coming off of that sand back onto the track, or else you get yourself in all sorts of trouble.
Right.
Well, I always did anyway. I got to go slow. Forget about losing a position. Just take it easy, or else you're spinning around again. Alan Jacobs all over the back of Dan Thorpe again. And Parsons looking for his way around Omar Gomez. Big Al Merriman up on the back of Jesse Olsen too. So it's things are heating up again. Yep,
they sure are. And these guys over the next 10 laps will be taking their last pit stop as well. So let's see how that plays out.
Back in 13th, still hasn't made his way around Omar Gomez. Yeah, McKinley stays out. He'll probably stay out for a few more laps.
He pitted on lap 18, right? So yeah, he can go at least to 36, and he may go all that distance. He's still, you know, still gaining time relative to Brad, as long as Brad keeps making mistakes. That is.
Yeah. Well, it just cost Brad time. That's all it did, and Brad needed that. Didn't need that. He needed to keep clean to try and put the pressure on the last pit rotation.
Right. Yeah.
And now, you know, the big concern that I would have with Brad would be don't overdrive this thing, you know, to try and close that gap back up. Now, Big Al Merriman, Jesse Olsen. Jesse having a little bit of a bobble there on the last corner. And Al Merriman is smelling blood. Well, might be smelling exhaust too. I mean, he's up that close to him.
It's true.
Alan Jacobs in the
pits.
Bjorn said he might go to the World Rallycross in Austin, Texas this month. Oh, very good.
Yeah. Huh. Did you say
Very
Texas?
Good. Well, he said Austin.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was one of those weirdos who's up at wee hours in the morning to sim race.
But I do like Austin, Texas, one of my favorite towns. Hey, Jesse Olsen pulls in the pits.
It does. These guys making
McKinday in the pits. McKinday in the pits.
Late moves for the pits. Now you gotta wonder, McKinday did 13 laps.
Taylor in the pit.
Yep, short stop. There he goes.
Well, 43 seconds.
Wow, okay. So I don't think Brad can. Not anymore, certainly. Wow, lots of pit stops all of a sudden.
Cup and Taylor Olsen in the pits. Larry Ferguson in the pits. Calderon in the pits. Pit. Well, there you go. 16-16. We're in a 33.
Yep.
McKinday, 27 seconds. So, can Maris get in and out with a splash? Keep his tires on.
Surely not. Surely not.
How long it takes for tires in this one. I heard the tires are pretty quick.
I think the tires are pretty quick relative to the fuel. I don't know if Brad takes enough fuel on the last stop that he takes tires as well. Well, we'll just have to see. Or we'll just have to ask him, actually, because we won't be able to tell. But we'll see how long his stop is. I think he's going to be behind McKinday, and he might even be at this point. Let's see, Thorpe hasn't stopped yet, right? No. Yeah.
Well, McKinday, all he's got in front of him right now is Sean Rickard. And I'm sure Sean's not going to put up a battle here.
Right.
McKinday cruise through when needed. Matt Taylor up all over the back of Jesse Olsen. P7.
I don't remember where these guys were before they pitted. Or did they pit yet?
Olsen pitted.
Yeah, okay. It looks like Taylor did
Taylor
too.
hasn't.
What happened to Taylor then? 156?
Well, I'm not. I'm just showing a 156 on that lap.
No, he pitted. He pitted. His pit box is before after the line.
There it is.
Yeah, his
31.
pit box is after the line.
Well, I'm glad you're here in the booth here because I'd be totally lost.
Yeah, so it looks like Jesse actually hopped Matt into the pits.
Well, not by much.
No, not by much.
The battle is on.
Yep. And also Michael McKinday on Ricker.
He is caught up to Sean Ricker.
Oh.
But this might cost Michael a bit of time here. He's trying to get a run off this last corner.
And he's gonna, because Ricker's
Ricker
in
into
the
the
pit.
pits.
Yep. So, yep. That gap at 26 seconds now. Still not enough, if you ask me, but we'll see. Now back to Taylor, who's still trying to work his way past Jesse Olsen. A little bit of a lockup there for Taylor.
Yeah, good battle going on there between Jesse and Matt. Can he get in tight enough? Doesn't
Nope.
look like it. Looks like Jesse's going to hold him off here.
I think he needs to be really, really close.
Bricker in the pits, Myers in the pits, Lehman in the pits.
Myers in the pits, huh?
Yeah. And Lehman being in the pits after that first lap incident, he's probably feeling like he is in the pits.
Huh.
He's had a great season so far this year, though.
He has, though, yeah. All right, Matt.
Jesse feeling the pressure.
Yeah, he must be.
Now Matt's got to hold this coming around that last golf corner. He's got to keep it that just as tight as he is now.
Yep, exactly
You know,
right.
Run on him down the straight.
Easier said than done.
Or hope that this pressure that he's putting on Jesse Olsen causes Jesse to maybe break a little later and have a little bit of a bobble, but Jesse seems to be holding it together rather well. In close there, Matt Taylor. And they're coming up to some lap traffic, which is Larry Ferguson. So Larry's been pretty good at, giving everybody lots of room. Dan Thorpe in the pits. Taylor got to get on it, get on it, get on it.
Seems like Jesse's getting a better speed there through the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
And that's really paying dividends because that would be the easiest spot for Taylor to pass if he could get alongside.
Good on Larry. Give these guys room. But Taylor seems to be, they're both a little slippery coming around that corner.
Yep. Josh Slade pits.
Taylor seems to be keeping it, able to keep up right up, on Jesse throughout the whole track, other than that last corner, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Now Matt's looking for another way through if he can find it.
Yep. Gotta find something in the twisty bits, I guess. Oh,
whoa!
A little bump
was
there.
That a little bumper.
A little love tap.
A little, not bad though. Not
no,
bad.
Not bad. It was clear he didn't mean to do it.
Well, I don't know. Is he saying? Is he giving the word to Jesse?
Certainly, I bet Jesse will see it that way.
Well. Oh boy. Well, this middle sector seemed to be the slowest part for most of the drivers.
They didn't come around that corner again. Matt's a lot closer, but he's going to have to get on the power early.
Get on it, get on it, get on it. Get on it.
Now, they both got damage. It's going to affect the drag just a little bit. And it looks
he's
like
closer than he's been. But
yeah, but they're just about evenly
enough.
matched through that corner. Yep. Wow.
Yes. Great action here. 37 out of 47 in the books.
Yeah, so when's Brad and Al going to pit?
20. 40.
Okay.
That's my prediction here. Is going to be lap 40. They're going to peel off and come in. And that gap to McKinley staying rather static there at the moment at around 27 seconds. I think it was 26 actually. So Brad might be pulling out the stops here.
Also watching the battle between Parsons and Cuppet for 7th there. Taylor and Jesse Olsen, which we'll focus on.
Oh, very close to getting into some mining there for Jesse Olsen in that gravel pit.
Doesn't want to do that at this stage of the game.
Yeah, geez, a little surprised. Jesse's a big gap now is growing between him and Matt Taylor. Matt getting tired, or?
I don't know. I mean, he does have damage now. Front end damage. It may affect his pace somewhat.
So we got a three-way battle going on between Parsons, Cuppet, and Ricker. About a second separating each one of these guys, so something may transpire here. And Alan Jacobs having a good run in P10 right now, and he's closing up on Sean Ricker as well. So this will tighten up probably at the next pit stop. Or are they done with their pit rotations?
And they must be. They're done.
They're done with their pit.
Yeah.
Yes. So, right now, gotta go by is looking pretty good. I mean, even if McKinley does make the jump on them, you know, which McKinley will definitely jump out, no doubt about that. But it's going to be really interesting to see that gap between Maris and McKinley at 26 seconds. Now, Olsen is in P5. Dan Thorpe in P6. Ricker closing up on Cuppet now. And Alan Jacobs watching that action unfold in front of him. McKinley closing the gap up front now to 24, just under 25 seconds. Wow, McKinley just did a 142 as well. A pair of 142s.
Yeah, he's got the pace to win the race without a doubt. I don't think they can fight that with strategy.
Oh, identify is saying the chat room.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, did you? No comment. So Ricker and Cuppet battling it out. Alan Jacobs in the catbird position watching this transpire and hoping that they battle it out to lose some time and allow him to get into that melee. Taylor closing in on Jesse Olsen again. But Ricker looking for a way around Jonathan Cuppet.
Oh, and Alan Jacobs makes a mistake, has to use the runoff area there.
Still not too bad though.
No, not too bad. He He didn't spin or anything.
Okay, lap 40. Brad Maris in the pits.
Yep, you got it. So into lap 39.
And McKinley coming around.
Al pits. But there's nothing they can do about that.
Nope. McKinley goes through.
And certainly they'll beat out Jesse Olsen, so. Good run by Alan Brad. 21-second pit stop, not very long.
He's coming out, 16, 17 seconds back of McKinley.
Yep. A really good job by all three of these guys up front.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the field's got nothing for them at all.
No, and, it still surprises me. Nobody, we talked about it earlier, Jake. Nobody wanted this Ferrari. Like, nobody wanted to drive this thing. And this kid can really drive the wheels off this thing.
Yeah, he really can.
Mind you, he might just be a natural talent. We've only seen him drive Ferraris.
That's true.
And, it used to be, nobody's really done it in the last few seasons, but we used to call everybody a douchebag if they took the same car 2 seasons in a row. Not that it is nowhere in the rules saying you can't do it, but, it was almost like an unwritten gentleman's rule that, hey, if you had what was considered to be the better car one season, pick another car.
Yeah.
For the next season. But you never know. McKinley may just say, I'm the Ferrari team driver, and if I get my druthers, that's what I'm going to pick. And right now he's 17 seconds out in front. M&M Michael McKinley currently resides in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
So, post-pit cycle, we can do a rundown of the order. We've been talking about Michael McKinley in first in the Ferrari, using every bit of track he can there. Brad Maris is working his way past lap traffic. He's in second. Al Merriman, his teammate, in third. Good race for got to go by. Jesse Olsen is in fourth with Matt Taylor hot on his heels. Dan Thorpe is in sixth spot. And then Aaron Parsons is working his way up to Thorpe. He's a little faster. Jonathan Cuppett is in 8th, followed by Sean Ricker closely behind in 9th. Alan Jacobs in 10th. Greg Myers is lapping around in 11th, making his way past, looks like that's Larry. Not sure. Yeah, it is. Josh Slade is in 12th. Omar Gomez, 13th. Matt Lehman, 14th. Sergio Calderon in 15th. And Larry Ferguson in 16th. So all the points positions, everybody's staying in here to get their points this evening.
Yeah, and a good drive by Alan Jacobs. He's in top 10 tonight, and unfortunate circumstances for previous race winner Matt Lehman, sitting in 14th right now.
Yeah.
Again, great drives by Michael McKinley. Cripes, he's 17 seconds out in front, so it's a third of a second a lap better than everybody else out here tonight. But got to go by, in second and third, so great points for those guys. That will help them out tremendously. With Dan Thorpe and Matt Lehman in Thorpe in 6th and Lehman in 14th. Not going to garner a lot of points tonight. So
right.
Cuppett and Taylor, 5th and 8th. So the race is tightening up. My math's not the greatest. At my age, I really don't care about mathematics as long as my stocks are going okay. Fine with all the rest. So
yeah.
But next week we'll be able to figure out or at the end of tonight we'll be able to figure out who's out in front and who's going to challenge. But again, it's 4 teams that are in the hunt for this team championship, so it's going to come right down to the last races here, Jake.
It absolutely will.
Taylor and Olson, they've been battling this thing out for the better part of, both pit rotations now.
Yeah. Looks like Cuppet and Parsons is heating up as well.
Yeah, and Alan Jacobs looks like he's going to try and make a run. He's only got 4 laps left, but he's catching up to Sean Ricker. So, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all in close here, so they got to keep it clean if they want to stay where they are or move up.
Yep.
And Taylor, as he tries, I mean, he's been trying for lap after lap after lap. He just cannot find a solution on getting past Jesse Olsen's guy. So good racing by both of those guys. They'll be tired at the end of the night. It's always tiring when you're nose to tail throughout the better part of the race. But that's what makes it fun here. It's competitive all the way through. Look, we got race. Great small gaps. 4 and 5 small gap. 7, 8, 9, 10. Small gaps between these guys, so there's great racing here at NAGP. Not necessarily just the winners. And of course, if you're running away with something by 16 seconds, you're not getting any loving on the broadcast anyway.
Give him a little bit.
Yeah, we'll give him a little bit. We'll give him the last lap.
Maybe he'll spin out, spice it up for us. Oh, as he gets... that car looks like a handful, Jack.
Yeah, Gup Douglas made, a comment on the chat room there that the 550 Ferrari used to be a favorite in the old GTR series. Was it GTR series?
Yeah,
that we used to run here?
You used to play GTR too? Yep.
Yeah, the 550 used to be a fan favorite, driver favorite.
Well, it's driver favorite here, but only to one guy. And that's this one, Michael McKinday.
Yeah, Ferrari Lister. What's Olsen driving? Celine.
Maserati.
And 45 out of 47 in the books. Again, Matt Taylor trying to make a late run here on Jesse Olsen, but I've seen this picture for many a lap now, and I don't think at this point Jesse is going to let him by. And again, it's just that last Sagres was turn 14 and Galp turned 15, and Olsen just seems to have those last 2 corners nailed and not let Matt get up close enough to take a run off the straightaway.
Right.
So Ricker and Olsen in purple helmets, they're doing well tonight too.
Yeah, they are.
For team points. Don't know what's going to happen. Lehman is not doing well tonight in the drivers' points race, but Brad Maris and Taylor. Taylor in 5th. Maris is probably going to come in 2nd. Taylor in 5th. So, boy, it's really going to tighten up there at the driver standing. So, interesting finishing.
Yeah.
Here in, what are we at? Season 34?
Yes. It's a lot of seasons. A lot of these guys desperately pushing for a way by.
Interesting. Next week we are going to be at Donington. I like that. In fact, at the end of this month, I'm taking a swing down around the Finger Lakes and probably stop into Watkins Glen. And don't know what's going on down there. Probably not much, but I'll definitely pull in and walk around the course.
Yep.
And visit the gift shop while I'm there. Maybe pick up something for a tune-in video. And I do owe Mark the I promised him a shirt. I did pick up a shirt for you, Mark. Get it in the mail whenever whenever I get a chance to get to the post office. So Taylor, 46 out of 47. Only got one lap to do it on. Don't think it's going to happen.
Gap's been pretty consistent. I've taken a close eye on Jonathan Cuppet here, battle between Parsons Cuppet and Sean Ricker. Anybody makes a mistake here, they're losing their spot, and they're finishing in 9th.
Yeah, Cuppet all over the back of Parsons. But, you know, a good drive by Parsons. Carrying the, what's he got, 40 kilo on board? Yeah, 40 kilos.
Yep.
Good drive there.
McKinley's going around turn 2 now on the final lap. Matt Taylor, believe it or not, closing that gap here in the 11th hour.
Last lap dash. And Cuppet as well. Cuppet is trying to make the moves on Parsons. Oh, and we got Omar Gomez off track, and I think that might have taken a little bit of the attention away from Aaron Parsons there, as Cuppet is all over the back of him, and Ricker trying to take advantage of that. But McKinley is definitely going to sail away with a win here tonight.
Sure is.
And it almost looks like Michael is almost looks like he's on a victory lap here, which he can afford to be on a victory lap with, you know, a 14-second lead. He can just cruise it on home. I mean, a win's a win.
Yep.
You know, even if he lets him here, he's coming around his final corner here.
So, good win there by Michael McKinday. Looks like Parsons, Cuppet, and Ricker are going to finish in the order they were in. As Brad Mary swings around the last corner here, and he finishes second. Wow, Cuppet's really going for it. Oh, and lockup. Gonna cost him.
Now, what's McKinley's handling here? I can't find him.
I know what it is.
I don't see him in here.
He's not in here. He's not in here at all. Oh, yeah, he is. He's in retrograde racing. All right, so Al Merriman finishes second. Jesse Olson finishes fourth. Matt Taylor finishes fifth. It was weird. It was almost like Jesse ran out of gas, and Taylor wanted to finish fifth and drop some weight for next week. Or Taylor also ran out of gas. That's a good question. I don't know. They're all wrecking. Dan Thorpe, 6th. Parsons, 7th. Cuppet, 8th. Ricker, 9th. Alan Jacobs finished 10th. Greg Myers is coming around. Last one lead lap. He's going to finish 11th. And we can pull up Michael if you got him.
Got him. M&M, Michael McKinley, are you there?
Yes, I hear you guys loud and clear.
Hey, great race. Boy, oh boy, you put on the clinic here tonight.
Thank you. I actually enjoyed this track. My first time racing here, but it was a lot of work getting around those tight corners, especially with this car. But it was worth it in the end.
Wow, throwing down the gauntlet. First time racing at this track, and you won.
Well, I did watch a lot of races here. During the FIA GT1 series in 2010, it was one of my favorite races to watch. So I guess you can say I had a little bit of experience.
Oh, shut up. Jesus. I hate you guys. You know, I absolutely hate you guys. You guys just drive me insane. I mean, my first time at the track, it was a nice win. Well, you won by 13 seconds. It looked like your last lap was a victory lap. It looked like you were just cruising around just to bring it home there. But, great race, great pace. Boy, you're turning into a real threat here at NAGP on Thursday nights.
Thank you. It was somewhat lonely up front. I was hoping I could duel someone, maybe Brad, but I think he had to spin at some point.
Yeah, he had some kind of issue.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a spin and, lost it. But, you were picking up literally a third of a second per lap during that race on the rest of the field. So you had the field covered tonight. Great race. Of course, like to see a repeat again. But
Yeah.
any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any tips for the other drivers? You're driving a car nobody liked, eh?
I know. I don't know why no one picked it. It's actually pretty nice. I know it's not that good around tight corners, but in tracks like Spa, Mugello, Falklands, Glen, the tracks I did pretty well at, the car worked. So tracks like Estoril and I guess Zolder wasn't that great, but other than that, the car is pretty well balanced. I like it. I don't know about the other guys, but
well, just to let you know, I mentioned it on the broadcast earlier. You do know that it's sort of a gentleman's rule here at NAGP. I got to slap this in on you. We don't like to see drivers repeat season after season with the same car. So we might have to see you driving a different car next season and see how you do in a different ride.
I want to try the Saline. I never tested it before the season started, so maybe. It seems like a really well-balanced car, so we'll see.
Good. How you feeling for next week?
Not too confident. These 40 kilos are going to wreck the car's performance, that's for sure.
Well, you're doing really good. We love seeing you up there at the front of the pack, and good on you tonight.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the race.
We did. Unfortunately, when you're out in front like that, you don't get tons of loving.
It's redemption for Mugello. Oh, well.
All right. Your race winner, M&M, Michael McKinday.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
All right, Jake.
Yeah, we had that lull in the middle again. And then they all meet each other there at the end. Not a lot of passing there, though, to the last two-thirds of the race. I don't know if you noticed, but most of our guys, except in the pits, were in the same spot. So a challenge to pass at this track, maybe due to all the elevations, some off-camber corners, stuff like that. But an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, and going to be interesting. Like I said, I don't have the math, brain to figure this out, but it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here with the driver standing and team standings when they tally up the points for tonight. So interesting going forward. And what did I say? Donington next week?
Donington next week.
All right.
And catch us Monday at Monza.
Monza.
Jack will be driving.
No, Jack will be fishing. Jack will be fishing on Monday.
All right. Catch us next week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.